What's up guys, Fancy here. Today I am going to be doing a video about how to climb ToA. Basically I'm going to go through all the hardest levels, the levels that most people are stuck on. I know I've already done a video on double occult girls, but I'm going into like real detail this time. I'm going to go through all the floors that are really hard to do. So this is going to be a bit of a longer video. So let me just start the fight first. I don't have a lot of monsters, so I'm gonna have to just do it with my usual ToA team. So this part is like pretty easy. They're like low level at least for me right now. You know, if you're having trouble with the mobs at the beginning, you're gonna have trouble at the boss. You're gonna have real trouble at the boss if you have trouble clearing these at the beginning. Now, if you have trouble clearing these at the beginning, I don't even know how you got here. Alright, so a few little tricks that you should be doing when you're doing ToA is to save your cooldowns. So even if you have to auto, you know, just to be safe. Even if you can auto, just to be safe, you wanna save your cooldowns. You wanna just, for the last few monsters, you wanna just not use auto mode, and you wanna save your heals and your cooldowns and stuff. So right now, like, I'm gonna just heal back to full because I know my Belladon's cooldowns will be ready by next turn. So we're just gonna try to just use mostly our first skill. Kill the creeps. I don't really have to do this, but it's a good idea if you guys do this. Basically, if you have like a secondary healer, you know, try to use that healer to get your HP, you know, relatively full. So this way, Kona has like nearly max HP. Alright, so this part some people might have trouble on when they're using a bunch of wind monsters like me. I have 2 wind monsters, but this is actually fine for me. Just kill the Inigamis first because they're more dangerous. So I'm gonna try to hit them. It didn't work. Crossing hit. Do a stun. You know, you should have some nice despair units when you're trying to climb ToA. There are a lot of levels where you normally you can't beat. So you gotta rely on stuns from your despair units. Yeah, so we're gonna just go hard on this Inugami. Sorry, Shen loses a bit of health. At the last vampire, I'm just gonna stop autoing and then just keep using my first skill to kill him. Heal my units back to full, all that. Let's keep his HP high and then kill the other 2 vampires first. Alright, now we stop the auto. Use Konamiya's small heal to, you know, get Shannon back to full health. And now we just use our first skill, spam it on the vampire. This way you have all your cooldowns ready for the occult girl fight. Alright, so this is the part where everyone's having trouble at. In last video I basically just said, like, you know, go on the light one, go on the wind one, go on the light imp, go on the wind imp, go on the wind occult girl, and then go on the light occult girl. That's actually the easiest way to do it. But this time I'm going to explain in real detail, like every single step, every move that I'm making. Because a lot of the moves I think some people don't understand. So right now, my first turn. Usually for Bernard you want Tailwind first turn, but I know I have Konamiya that's going to be going second. To research my Bernard to do Tailwind again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to body slam. I'm going to body slam on the unit that I'm not going to be focusing down first, because I'm basically using body slam for the attack power decrease. So the next most threatening unit besides the light imp is the wind imp. He actually hits the hardest out of the remaining 3. So I'm going to use body slam on him. Alright, I got pretty lucky. I got you know, the debuff on him, which is really good. Research Bernard. I got a violent proc. I'm just gonna try to stun the light imp. It doesn't stun, but you know it's expected. I don't have any accuracy on Konomiya. I'm gonna use Tailwind. Get the speed buff. Put the armor debuff on the light imp. And right now the Oko girls are immune to stuns, but the imps are not. So I'm gonna just take a chance and you know try to stun one of the imps. I do a stun. I got the wind imp stun. I got a violent proc. And I'm just gonna put some damage on the light imp. Now, my attack bar for Shannon is full. Bernard's isn't full yet. The two Oko girls are full. They're gonna go next before my Bernard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna you know try to receive some incoming damage. So I'm gonna buff on Shannon. Now here comes the damage. Alright, not too bad. I got stunned, which is not that good. A lot of people make a mistake right now. You know, in a situation like this, what do you do with Bernard's next move? Do you body slam the imp, or do you body slam the Oko girls? A lot of people, you know, when I tell them focus down the imps, they just spam all their skills on the imps. But a lot of times you wanna use your like attack power decrease, which is a really good buff. Or if you're using Shannon, she has like slow and glancing hit. You wanna apply it on the Oko girls. They're immune to CC, but they're not immune to debuffs. So the next most threatening Oko girl for me probably is the wind one, because I have a water unit that these two can focus down on. So I'm going to try to use body slam on the wind Oko girl. I got the attack power decrease, which is really good. The light imp used his move. If you get really unlucky right here, he kills one of your units, you're basically gonna have to restart. There's nothing much you can do. It's just that my Veramos is actually tanky enough to actually take that move. So I'm going to use my piece to get rid of the stuns and heal back Veramos a bit. Use mobilize to get Veramos back to his attack bar. Not his attack bar, his HP bar, but also his attack bar to full. I'm going to use slow right now. As I said before, the Oko girls are not immune to slows. They are immune to CC, but they're not immune to debuffs. So I'm going to try to slow. I got slow on both the Oko girls and this imp. He resisted the slow, but he got the spare stun. So now nothing Bernard can do here except to put a little bit of damage on the target you're going to take down. Now we try to take him down. Use Resurge on Veramos. Put a bit more damage on the light imp. Alright, now their attack bars are full. Do a bit of damage. Over here you can see the cooldowns of their skills. Basically, the Oko girls hit harder with their first skill than they do with their AoE skills. Their AoEs are mostly for debuffs. So we're just going to speed buff up. Right now, they're all awake. And look at their attack bars. Look at the wind imp. He's got attack bar decrease. He's slowed, but his attack bar is filling up, meaning he's going to go next. He's going to go before the light imp. The light imp has 2 dots on him, which means he's going to lose a bit of HP. I could probably take him down in a few turns, probably in the next turn before he can even move once. So my choice right now would be to try to put glancing hit on the next most threatening target, which is the wind imp. I got really lucky, not just glancing hit, but also a stun as well, making him waste 1 turn. I'm gonna go hard on the light imp, put a bit of damage on him, put a dot or something, and then just put a lot of damage on the imp. Alright, now Bernard. If you have a monster like Bernard, if you're bringing like Darien or something, monster with attack power decrease, or some sort of debuff, you want to try to put it on the monsters that are awake. This one already has the attack power debuff, which is going to last for 1 more turn. The light one doesn't, so I'm going to try to put the debuff on the light one. Alright, I got the attack power debuff, which is quite lucky. I'm going to research Veramos for the attack power boost. This imp's going to die, and now I'm going to use my Super Crush, try to stun this one. Try to get him stunned. This guy's already dead to me. In my eyes, like he's already dead. They have no heals, no cleanse. He's got 3 dots on him. There's no way he's living. So this guy is already dead in my eyes. I'm gonna try to stun this one, and I got stunned. I got my stun. So I know he's not gonna move again next turn. the nukes are coming from the Opal girls. The light one is going to move before the wind one. So she's going to have her third skill ready. I'm going to try to put glancing hit on her, and it lands. So which is really good. Now let me just put some damage on the wind one for armor break. Doesn't land, but it's all right. Take a bit of their nukes, heal up a little. Use Tailwind, you know, keeping that speed buff on my whole team. And then I put some damage on the imps. Alright, this guy's stunned. They're immune to stuns, but they're not immune to slows, so I'm gonna try to slow them. I got slow on both the Occult girls, making sure that I get more turns before they even move once. Body slam the win one because she lost the debuff. I'm gonna research Bernard, just so he can get another turn, get his Tailwind ready. Putting some damage on the Wind Imp. Alright, they're nuked. She lost all her debuffs, so I'm gonna on the next round I'm gonna try to put the attack debuff on the light one again. Buff up. Put some damage on them. She's attack debuff, so I don't really care that much. Kind of hard for her to kill me. And then I just put some damage on the wind ones. I mean on the wind imp. Put the attack power debuff on her. Alright, it lands, which is really nice. Heal up a little. Research Vermils for that nice burst. Alright, now he's dead too. Now, when you get to this part, you should already have the fight. You know, if all your units are alive and they only have 2 Opal girls left, you know, it's pretty much GG. Just focus on the red one. You know, if you really need to, keep your debuffs on the light one while you try to take down the red one. There's not much to explain here except to just kill them. Alright guys, I'm back. Right now, we are on floor 63. I'm gonna just go into this level. Some people are having trouble at this level. Actually, a lot of people are saying they have trouble at this level. Mainly at the Reaper part. The Reaper part is the harder part of the level. I remember I had a lot of trouble last ToA. I struggled a lot with this level because I had no immunity. But as soon as I was able to get Konamiya into the third part of the level, I had no problem. The hard part about bringing a Konamiya into the third part of the level is the second part of the level. It's like 3 wind liches, and they actually hit quite hard on Konamiya. They have armor break. So if your Konamiya isn't tanky enough, it's going to be very hard to bring Konamiya into the third level. So I don't have any sort of like immunity, but it's okay. I have a buff clear from Konamiya, and I have a buff clear from Vermils. So the first part, the skeleton part, is actually quite easy. They don't do a lot of damage. They apply anti-healing, but if you're bringing Konamiya, you should have no trouble. If you have immunity, you should have no trouble. Alright, so this is the Lich part. They like to focus on Konamiya. I don't know why. Maybe because the Wind Liches armor break my Konamiya. Oh, it's the Water Liches that armor break. Alright, maybe I should stop autoing this. This actually isn't too easy. I'm gonna just heal up a bit. Yeah. Try to sustain through that damage. Use Tailwind. None of my units did anything right just now. That's why I'm like, my Bella's almost dead. Alright. Now I'm gonna control the fight. I'm gonna go hard on this Water Lich over here. Use Shannon again. Try to put a debuff on this one. Use Shannon to slow. Try to spare stun. Didn't really work, but it's alright. Now they don't do that much damage without armor break. So we're just gonna focus one of them down. You can leave the Wind Liches for last. They don't hit as hard as the water ones do. So that one's dotted, that one's debuffed, so we're gonna focus the middle one. Let's give Shannon some more some attack bar fill to shoot buff. Attack debuff this one. And then go hard on the water one. Yeah, pretty clear cut fight. Go for the squishier ones and then go for the tankier ones. Now the wind liches don't do that much damage, so it's fine. Unless you're like your unit's like super squishy. We're just gonna spam our first skills and then kill the liches. This way our skills are all on cooldown. You should be doing this on almost all the floors of ToA if you're doing it manually. If you're doing this auto, like, you should have no problem with this level. Okay, so we got past the liches. Now to the hard part, the Grim Reapers. I'm gonna attack debuff one of the dark ones. It's harder to attack debuff you know, an element that you're weak against. So we're gonna attack a neutral element. We're trying to debuff this one. Alright, he's debuffed. On my second turn I always research Bernard to use Tailwind, and then I buff my attack bar and speed of my whole entire team. Now the dark ones actually have more dots. Their third skill stuns when you have dots on you. The fire ones are actually the more dangerous ones. They have an anti-healing debuff as well as a lot of dots. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus down the fire ones. Since I'm also having like 2 wind units, it's gonna be hard. You should have some sort of like the spare unit, you know, as your second or third. Probably bring Shannon and Bernard here isn't the best idea. If you have other, like, you know, fire or water units, you should probably be using them at this level. If you have a Tyron or something, that's perfect. So we're gonna try to stun. We got 2 stuns, which is actually quite nice. Now we're gonna focus down this fire one. I'm just gonna slow them down, you know, since I can't use my third skill. Now we get a bunch of debuffs. I'm weak against Bernard's weak against fire, but I'm gonna try to put the debuff on the fire one. See if it works. Alright, I got the debuff, which is really nice. Now this is where Konomiya comes in handy. If you have a Konomiya right now, you know you have Konomiya and your main healer. You use Konomiya to cleanse the debuffs. It is lagging a little bit. Now we go hard on the fire one. Shannon to pep talk. We're gonna take some incoming damage from the 2 fire ones. Nice violent proc. I can try to stun again. Got lucky, stun 2 of them, meaning this one's gonna attack first, and then this one's gonna attack a little bit after. And these 3 are gonna attack for a long time. I'm gonna research Veramos, you know, my main DPS, and I'm gonna go hard on this fire one. And I got him down. He ran out of AoEs. He's actually, I got really lucky because he's the one that kept getting non-stun. So he ran out of AoE. He's pretty much wasted a turn. That turn did absolutely nothing for them. So I'm gonna try to. This one's attack debuff. I'm gonna try to go hard on this one. Didn't get a stun. Use Farmable to get a stun. Alright, he got stunned. This one's attack debuff. This one's attack debuff as well. These 2 aren't gonna get a turn for a long time. So actually, this one's probably gonna move before this one. I could probably kill him before he even gets a turn. So I'm gonna attack debuff this one. Alright, they put some dots on me, which is alright. Konomiya went next. cleanse all the debuffs. Research self so I can get another turn. You know, this way, even if I manage to not stun them, you know, I have Konamiya's cleanse ready. Didn't despair stun, but it's alright. My cleanse is already ready, so I'm gonna save it, and then I'm gonna buff Bernard. Bernard's speed buff should be ready now. Speed buff on Bernard. Go hard on the fire one. Try to attack debuff the dark one, because the fire one is like fire against wind, so it's gonna be hard to debuff it. I'm gonna be going hard on the fire one and resurge my main DP that's getting a bit of attack power buff. Take down that fire one, and then that fire one's gonna go next. But normally, if he was neutral element, I'd be putting trying to put glancing hit on him, but I can't, so I'm gonna put glancing hit on this one. Okay, he wasted his Doomsday. I had no dots on me, so he didn't stun. Now I'm just gonna focus down the fire one over here. This is the one that I'm going hard on. Pretty much just. I mean, if you have 3 of them left, you can just keep doing what you do. Rinse and repeat, right? Should be easier to CC down 3 units than it is to CC down 5. So floor 65. Yeah, I'm just going with my standard team. Normally you don't want to bring 2 wind units into like a all fire team, all fire level. So basically what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna try to AoE despair stun. You know, my strategy is to AoE despair stun. What you want to bring into this level is basically your standard despair team. You know, you should have some stuns for ToA. I don't really run a despair team, but I do have 2 AoE stuns. I have Vermos for his AoE stun, and then I have Shannon with her AoE and despair runes. So it's pretty good. It's not the best despair team. Preferably I'd have another despair monster to spare, but I don't have my zinc raised up yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just, you know, get through this level. Since I'm bringing mostly wind, this water and dark part is really easy for me. The Vikings actually have a revive skill, but I'm not too worried about it. You just kill the werewolves because they have anti-healing. Even if the Vikings revive, it's at like 1 HP, so I can just kill it with 1 AoE. Don't really remember what the light Yeti does, but something to do with counterattacks. So I'm just gonna go hard on the salamanders. Salamanders have a self-heal and pretty useless. So we're gonna go hard on the salamander. Basically tank the damage from the Yetis. Yeah, they do have a counterattack. So try to avoid hitting them first. You know, try to hit the ones that don't have the counterattack. Oh wait, he counterattacks like no matter what. This guy counterattacks no matter what, like doesn't matter who I hit. Let me just see. Alright, I guess that's how it was. Alright, I think what he does is he buffs an ally for counterattack. So pretty much just see who he buffs and don't hit that guy. Or hit that guy and tank through his damage, because he does barely any damage. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. This shouldn't be the part you're struggling on. So we're just gonna take him down. Alright, we'll take down this one first. Since he's already stunned and stuff. Let me take him down really fast. And then I'm gonna spam my first skills on all my units, you know, just to save my cooldowns, but get my cooldowns ready for the next fight. Alright, the strategy here, what I like to do actually is to kill the Beretta first. I believe that Beretta is actually more threatening. He has a stronger like single target nuke on his second skill that reduces attack bar. He also has more dots, which is really annoying as well. I believe that killing Beretta first is actually easier than killing the Infernos, leaving him alive. Because basically after the Infernos use their third skill, you know, they don't do that much damage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buff up again. Maybe I should have used the second skill first before I used Tailwind, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try to just hit him. His element is fire. I'm wind, so debuffs don't land. But it's okay. I'm gonna try to stun as many as I can. I got 2 stun. The nukes that are coming up next is by this guy and this guy. The reason why you should have a stunner, like some AoE despair, some type of stun for ToA, is if you stun a few of them, their bursts aren't gonna come at the same time. You know, only these two are awake. Their burst is coming next. So I'm gonna use Pep Talk, and then they're gonna start nuking me right now. All right. Now, this guy used his AoE. This guy used some single target skill. When my Vermos moves next turn, I'm gonna remove this debuff, so it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna just keep hitting Beretta. I'm gonna actually heal a bit right now. This is Konamiya can heal every 3 turns, no problem. So putting some damage on him. The chance of me landing this is actually quite low because their element is fire, but I'm gonna use it anyways. You know, just try to get lucky. All right, I got 2 slows. It wasn't expected. All right, now my Shannon is pretty low, but it's alright. I have my heals ready. You really shouldn't be using like a Shannon for this level unless your Shannon's like really tanky. You can tank through the damage. We stun him, got a despair proc, violent proc, and now we focus down the units that are, you know, not stunned and stuff, not debuffed. So this guy's gonna attack next. I'm gonna go hard on him. I'll do a speed buff. They're gonna do their little AoE. Use Peace from Konamiya. Try to attack buff one of the guys that are awake. He's awake. Attack buff him. This guy's slowed. Try to use my stun again. Got 2 stun. Pretty lucky. Research self so I can get my heal ready. I'm gonna armor break this guy, and then we're just gonna go hard on him. My Shannon might die here, but it's okay. Even if my Shannon dies, it's fine. I got this. Use the heal. Gain some HP. I'm gonna try to put glancing hit on someone. Doesn't work. Try to put attack debuff. Got a glancing hit. Didn't work either. Mobilize. Research self. Try to stun him. Didn't work. Some damage on him. Do AoE stun. Didn't stun. My Shannon's probably gonna die next turn, but it's okay. They have 3 units left. Shannon Pep Talk, and Shannon. No, Shannon's still alive. I'm gonna go hard on the guy with that's gonna be going next. Attack bar fill. I got Peace. Research self. You know, so I can get my heal ready. Didn't proc violent, so my Shannon's probably gonna die right now. Try to put attack debuff. Alright, I got it. We're gonna go hard on this guy. He's gonna kill Shannon. Oh, he didn't kill Shannon. Okay, so my Shannon's still struggling to stay alive. This guy's gonna die from dots next turn, so I'm gonna armor break this one. This one's already attack debuff, so I'm gonna go hard on this one.